The machines beeped softly, white walls, sterile smell, my arm full of tubes. I woke up to whispers. Just sign it, Jake said. I don't know if he'll. Mom hesitated. He won't even remember this, my dad snapped. Doctor said he's still groggy. My eyes stayed closed. Every word hit me like a slap. What if he finds out? Mom asked. He won't, Jake said. And even if he does, he's not really ours anyway. Silence. Then paper rustling. My chest tightened. Dad lowered his voice. Once this is done, the house is yours. Pen scratched. That sound? That was the moment something inside me died. 2 days later, I woke up, played confused, weak, quiet. Hey, champ. Dad smiled like nothing happened. Jake leaned against the wall, already acting like he owned everything. I just nodded. I didn't ask questions. I didn't argue. I waited. A week later, I was discharged. They took me home. My home. But the vibe had changed. They were too relaxed, too confident, like I was already gone. Perfect. That night I made a few calls. See, while they thought I was just the adopted kid, they forgot one thing. I handled everything. Bills, papers, loans, ownership. 3 days later, I called them into the living room. Dad looked annoyed. What is it? Jake didn't even sit. Make it quick. I placed a folder on the table. You guys signed something at the hospital, I said calmly. They froze. Dad recovered fast. What are you talking about? I smiled. Relax. I know. Jake stepped forward. Then you know the house is mine now. I slid the papers toward them. Go on. Read. Dad's hand shook as he flipped pages. Then his face changed. Confusion. Then fear. What is this? He whispered. I leaned back. That, I said, is what you actually signed. Jake snatched the papers. This says you're the legal owner of the house and the land. Yep. That's not possible, he snapped. I tilted my head. Funny thing about signatures, I said. They work on every document. Silence hit hard. You thought you were transferring the house to Jake, I continued, but you signed a full ownership consolidation into my name. Mom looked like she might collapse. You tricked us? I laughed softly. No, I said. You just didn't read. Dad slammed the papers down. You planned this? I stood up slowly. No, I said, voice turning cold. You did, in that hospital room. That shut him up. Jake's voice cracked. So what now? I walked to the door, then stopped, turned back. You tried to take everything from me? I said, my eyes locked with theirs. So I took everything first. I opened the door, and since I'm not really your son, a small smile. I guess you're not really my family. I stepped aside. Get out. No one moved. So I added, you've got 10 minutes before I call the cops for trespassing. That did it. Panic, anger, fear. They grabbed what they could. Voices raised, blame thrown. But I just stood there, watching, waiting. And when the door finally closed behind them, the house went silent. For the first time ever, it felt like it actually belonged to me.